Hello everyone, welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Patty. Well, spring is in the air, and today's video is all about a spring reset. You're going to get to spend the week with me, and during the week we will head to a consignment shop to admire vintage spring dishes and tabletop. We will be doing some spring cleaning and light decorating. We will be making a quick and easy Sunday supper. And we will end the week with a beautiful spring walk in the country. If all of that sounds good to you, stay tuned. Let's get started. As I said in the intro, this video spans a week. So you're going to see the snow at the beginning of the week and the spring weather by the end. That's Vermont. All right, everyone. I want to show you what's going on at the feeder. I'm of course wearing improper footwear for the weather, but that's me. So here's my feeder. You helped me put this up not long ago, and it's completely wiped out. So I'm going to head to the co-op to get some more suet. But look at this beautiful late February sky. Isn't that gorgeous? Full sun and blue sky. It's so beautiful. It's cold, but it feels nice to have sun. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that clearly I need to get some more suet. The birds love it. And won't you come with me? We will head out. So apparently on a beautiful day when you head out to get bird food, it's easy to get distracted, especially when it comes to the hospital charity thrift store, because I thought it would be a beautiful day to look at spring dishes. If you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know that I have a dish problem. And actually, I don't own that many. I have the Rosenthal Bavarian china that was my mother-in-law's, and that's really the only complete set I own. I absolutely loved this Rosalind bone china in this gorgeous duck egg blue color. I thought that would be so gorgeous on a spring table or an Easter table. I just thought it was absolutely stunning. I also couldn't resist the beauty of this Bavarian dish pattern. The colors were sort of muted, and they were pinks and violets and yellows. What a beautiful pattern this would be for any spring table. This next one is one of my favorites. It's an Oxford, which is a division of Lenox, Foxcroft pattern. And there's just something so simple and just beautiful about this. I think this could work in almost any setting. And it does have a nod to spring with the muted blue colors, but certainly could work for any season. It's just so elegant and beautiful. Has a gorgeous back stamp with that Oxford Foxcroft on it. And this next pattern was my favorite of the day, my favorite in the entire store. It is the Noritake Blue Hill pattern. And I love Noritake china. I love the size of it. I love the simplicity of it. And the Blue Hill is just absolutely beautiful. It is one of my very favorites. And I'm envisioning this muted blue on a spring table with some of the gorgeous natural hues, the creams and the taupes. Absolutely beautiful. And I would have bought them all, except this particular thrift store sells each particular dish individually. So it becomes prohibitively expensive. If they sold it in sets, I would certainly jump on it. But because they price these out individually, it does become too expensive. However, it is a great option if you are looking to just replace a piece or two. It's a great way to augment your collection. And there is the beautiful back stamp, the Blue Hill by Noritake. It is absolutely my favorite pattern in the store. And not that I'm complaining, but it was a beautiful sunny day out, so it was very hard to get a clear picture of the beautiful dishes. The lighting was so bright that I could not really get a good shot of how beautiful this pattern is. And they had a ton of them. And here are a few more really lovely spring patterns for you to enjoy. I loved the pink in this one. Pink and green, gorgeous combination for a spring table. And of course, no spring dish shopping would be complete without looking at this lovely Franciscan desert rose pattern. Again, the pink and green are just so perfect for spring. And now to take care of my feathered friends. Put the suet in the feeder, and they should be good for about another week. And now I need to head inside. I have some things that I need to get done to prepare for the upcoming week. About a month ago, we had our floors refinished. They are Brazilian cherry. They had a lot of wear and tear. It was a project that was long overdue. And by project, I realize it sounds like we did it. We did not. We definitely hired this job out. But it did make a huge mess. So despite covering it, I am still a month later finding this fine orange dust underneath and on top of everything. So I really need to give my cupboards a good cleaning. The product I am using is this Dawn Professional Degreaser, and I cannot sing its praises enough. Here are my cupboards, and I guess to the naked eye they don't look too bad, although now I'm seeing quite a bit of dust in there. But they didn't look too bad. I had wiped them down after the floors were redone, but once I sprayed this degreaser on and just sort of let it sit, it was unbelievable the amount of dirt. Can you see this dripping down? It was crazy. So I got like, I could not stop cleaning. It was so satisfying to see how it cleaned. It was unbelievable. So needless to say, what started out as a little project turned into all of my cupboards and doors in the kitchen. It's really embarrassing, but I did want to show it to you because this is a great product. And when you think, even when you think things are clean, this really makes you realize that they're not. But here is what it looks like when it is completed. I just could not believe how good everything looked. It really was remarkable. I was so happy with this product. I will link it in the description box. It is just a Dawn degreaser. It is the professional strength. I got mine at Walmart, and Amazon also carries it. So I will put a link in the description if you'd like to see exactly what I got. I also wanted to take a few minutes to just change out some of the decor that I had for Valentine's Day. And by decor, it's really just a tablecloth and a few candles. But I was ready to change that out. So I'm just putting away this pretty pink tablecloth, and this table gets so little use with one young person left at home, and she is a senior in high school, rarely home, so it doesn't get a whole lot of use. And now I'm just giving my table a quick polish. This table is new to me. It is certainly not new. It is actually an antique, and it is from England. I purchased this on the Facebook Marketplace because of the story behind it. It was a family that was from England, and when they moved to California, they had this table shipped to them. And then it was passed down to their daughter, and she decided she did not want it. So she is in Vermont. We ended up picking this table up, and I absolutely love it. It has a gorgeous base, which you can't see in this footage, but it has a gorgeous base. It has the original hardware. It has underneath a sticker to show the shipping, that was from the shipping crate. It's just a really beautiful piece and a family heirloom that I am so happy to have now in my home. And now that we've downsized and there's just the three of us left here, it's really perfect. We do have a formal dining room with a big long table, so this is just enough for us. And now I am cleaning off my hunt board. I'm taking this opportunity to clean and polish my Lazy Susan. This is from J.K. Adams, which is a Vermont company that makes exquisite wooden pieces, cutting boards. This Lazy Susan is my favorite. I love it. And I am also taking the time to clean this little Nora Fleming wooden dish that was a gift from my mom. And it is perfect for holding my salt and pepper shakers. And it has this little charm, I think it's called a mini. And I had a football in there, but since the Super Bowl is over and football season has ended, I'm going to swap it out. And I'm using that same J.K. Adams mineral oil to clean this dish. It works great. And this is also nice because I can remove this little dish with the salt and pepper shaker to put somewhere else. So I am using a different mini or charm. I am using this pretty blue snowflake. It is still winter here, so even though we're all thinking spring, that is the charm that I am going to use because, first of all, I love the blue color, and second of all, here in Vermont, we are a ways away from spring. So if you are not familiar, this is a Fina mill. It is a salt and pepper grinder, or I guess anything grinder, a spice grinder. And it was a gift from my son. I absolutely love it. And it has these little pods that you pop on and off for hands-free grinding. It is great. And just for some decorative touches, I have this thrifted Wedgwood plate with a cloche and a little bird's nest underneath it. And now I'm just going to put my table back together, have my flowers that we arranged last time in there. I've swapped out my pink candles for some green ones. I have this table runner in the taupe color, which I think is just a little bit more springy and March-like than my pink tablecloth. And I'm just going to light these candles, and I'm going to head in to make some soup for dinner. I'm pretty sure I inherited my father's love for soup. Tonight for dinner, I'm making cheesy corn chowder. Soup is a year-round enterprise in my house. We enjoy it, especially when it is just my husband and I for dinner, because it makes for great leftovers and lunch throughout the week. So it's a great thing to make on a Sunday in preparation for a busy week ahead. This recipe is courtesy of the Pioneer Woman. It is her corn and cheese chowder. I do change a little bit, but for those of you rule followers, I will put the recipe or link to the recipe in the description box. Like any good soup, it starts out with some onion. I'm just dicing up. It calls for 1 whole onion, but I like a lot, so I use 2 in this particular recipe. Then I just saute the onions in about a half a stick of unsalted butter. I'm going to let that go for a couple of minutes, and while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and slice up some bacon. I'm going to slice up about 3 slices of bacon. I am using my separate cutting board that I use for meat. And then after the onions have sweated out for a couple of minutes, I'm just going to add the bacon to the onions and let those cook. And here I am adding the bacon. At this point, you can let it cook for about a minute or so, and you can add some diced red pepper, which is delicious in this. It is optional. I did not use the red pepper, so I just cooked the bacon for, maybe another 2 or 3 more minutes. After cooking your bacon for a few minutes, it's time to add the corn. The recipe calls for 5 ears of corn, kernels removed, obviously. I did not have any fresh corn. I'm using frozen, and I'm eyeballing here, but I would say I'm probably using between 3 and 4 cups of corn. I think it's about 3/4 of a cup per ear, so that's kind of how I estimated it. I do end up adding just a little bit at the end, but this would have been perfect. It's perfectly fine. You can eyeball it. You can add a 10-ounce package and go from there. And after cooking the frozen corn down for about a minute, I'm just going to sprinkle about a 1/4 cup of flour over the entire mixture and give that a stir and let that cook for about another minute. You just definitely don't want any raw flour in there. And by the way, this is all happening over medium-high heat. And then I'm going to go ahead and add about 3 cups of chicken stock to this. And I'm going to let that cook for 3 to 4 minutes. You will see how it thickens. At this point, your house is going to smell incredible. So after 3 or 4 minutes, you're going to go ahead and reduce the temperature to low. You're going to add a couple of cups, 2 cups of half and half. And I add it slowly. And then you're going to go ahead and put a lid on it and let that simmer and cook down for about 15 minutes or so. After about 15 minutes of simmering, go ahead and remove the lid and give it a stir. You can also give it a taste at this point. It is so delicious and your house is going to smell amazing. So go ahead and turn off the heat, and you're going to want to add about 2 cups of shredded cheese. You can do any combination you like. I'm using a Mexican blend, which has some Monterey Jack and some cheddar. You can do any combination of 2 cups you like. Give it a stir. It should melt right away. You can see I'm turning the heat off at this point. Go ahead and give it a stir, and then you can season with salt and pepper. I didn't even need to add any salt because the bacon and the cheese took care of that, but I did add quite a bit of pepper to this. I love pepper, so that's what I added. And then you can go ahead and ladle it up. It is so good, and I dare say it is even better the next day. We went ahead and served it up in these gorgeous rimmed soup bowls, accompanied by a baguette. And I love these rustic napkins, perfect for soup. I love the combination of the rustic soup with the beautiful flowers, candles, and wine. It is just the perfect dinner and the perfect way to end a week and usher in the new one. There is just something very satisfying about getting errands done and cleaning tasks done and then sitting down to a lovely dinner at the end of a long week. Before I say goodbye, I wanted to share with you some footage from a walk I took this afternoon. I love seeing the smoke coming out of the sugar shack where they are boiling sap to make maple syrup. The chickens and the roosters were out and about. All right, everyone, thank you so much for spending the day with me here. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Until next time, take care and have a fantastic day.